What's up, man? I'm Mersh. Mersh here. Paranormal Conduct. Haven't gone live in a while. Like I mentioned last time, I'm still kind of new to this. Hopefully, everything is working out. So as normal, I'm just waiting for a couple of heads to come on here. So I've been hearing a lot of stuff. It's all over the media, all over the news. Well, sort of all over the news. People don't really want to put this stuff on the news, but it's definitely on social media. Apparently, we've been so deconditioned, maybe desensitized to all of the weird stuff that's happening around us. It's like no longer are these things, making even people think differently because of how everyone sort of accepts everything already. Like, if it's normal, if it's normal to do. What's interesting to me is that it's not. And I see all these dudes out here acting like it is. Like, there is no one world that we see. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. As our technologies develop and get better and better, we actually have an access to these types of realities that we didn't have before. But guess what happens? What happens is that we get updates and shit to our devices that takes this stuff away. So when that happens, everything that we're catching is no longer available to us. And it's done on purpose. Why is your phone constantly updating? Why is it that at one point you're able to capture something, now you can't? Why is it that so many people are listening in on us? Just in our everyday movements. Just having your phone on you makes people watch you. It's a fucked up thing. It's a fucked up thing. It's a fucked up reality that we sit here and we allow it to happen. We allow this shit to happen. By accepting this fucking million-word terms and agreement that nobody in their right mind is going to sit back and read word for word. And they know this. Hello, guys. What's up? What's up? But yeah, they know this. They already know what's going on. The algorithms are in there. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of bullshit. And it gets really annoying. It gets really annoying when your shit gets out of date. How the fuck can something get out of date? You know what I mean? Apart from having a fucking camera on 24/7 in your pocket, that microphone on 24/7, they got the shit in our homes, constantly giving our fucking phones updates. Because there were, you know what? The last update that I seen for the phone, the reason for that update was because there were unknown particularities of something like this caught, and people were complaining about it. The fuck you mean? We catching the shit that you guys are trying to hide from us. So then you come on, send a patch, not to fix it, but to break it. They're not enhancing shit. I know this piece of shit still has filters on it. You know what I mean? It has to have filters. I see people using filters all the time. You know, I haven't even fucked with this phone. You know, I haven't fucked with it because it gets kind of annoying. And the fucked up part is that I have 3 of them. I have 3 fucking phones I need to use. One for work, one for personal use, and one for the bitches. You know what I mean? No, just joke. For real. I love you, babe. But no, honestly, all jokes aside, you know what I mean? And then we got iPads, we got all this other shit that we got to use. It's like for my job anyway. There's a constant monitoring shit that's going on. Oh, what's up? Sorry, I wasn't reading the friggin' chat over here. Hello, what up, Corbin? What up, Cash Love? What up, Amber Long? Amber Long. Word up. You know what I mean? But if you stop and you think about it, apart from the AI situation that we're really facing right now, that's really tough. I mean, you can't do shit without AI. Actually, you could do everything with fucking AI. Everything. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do shit without AI being in your business. I guess that's my point. You can't do shit without AI being in your business. But you could do everything with AI. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck type of sense is that? There's no fucking sense in it. The sense that's in it is the dollars that it's making for other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Behind it. But my point is, what are they trying to do? Or have this AI system, programs, whatever, just always been there? And these were the things that were actually running this program of life that we live. You can't tell me it's not a fucking program. You know? Shit, if I end up going missing, you already know what's up. You know? And that's if YouTube even lets me save this fucking video. You know what I mean? Because I've been putting shit on here and I haven't even been able to save it. You know, there's some shit, man. There's some shit going on. And this brings us back to the paranormal aspect of it. I don't even think it's paranormal. It's actually natural. Nah, I don't know about Krishna, homie. I mean, Krishna isn't everything, right? Everybody has their own word for the same ultimate supreme being. You know, there is just one. It just comes in different it has different attributes, so that this way the people that it represents will feel connected to it. It's just one. Um, oh, hold on. Let me get into here again. Hello. Emmanuel. It's 8:44 a.m. here. I'm on the east coast of the U.S. I heard it's snowing though up north. You know, out here is warm. But yeah, I'm almost starting to believe that we are the program, and the artificial intelligence is the reality. If you've ever thought about the probability of just life, and piggybacking on what I was talking about last time that I wasn't, for some reason it shit didn't post, you know. So if y'all catching it live now, good, because I haven't been able to upload my last two videos for some reason. It's just saying it keeps saying in progress. So I know there's something funky going on behind it. But anyway, it's just like saying that people are gonna land on Mars, right? These motherfuckers haven't even made it to the moon. And they're talking about they're gonna land on Mars and colonize it. The biggest object we can see in the solar system at night is a moon. It's big. Why? Because it's close. It's the closest thing. Doesn't mean it's fucking close. So yeah, I'm starting to believe. Well, I'm not believing anything, and I don't want to make assumptions. I'm just starting to put the dots together. I'm trying to put the dots together and recognize how I'm starting to put the dots together to recognize how we're the actual program that AI is damn reality, and I think that damn reality has been operating this fucking AI program. We're like androids and shit. We're water, we're electric, we're salt. We got people like, I don't even want to say that dirty bitch right there walking down the street. You know what I mean? Shit is programmed, bro. Oh, yo, it's snowing out there, Emmanuel. Where you at, man? Where you at, bro? No, where I'm at, it's not cold, man. It's not cold. It's like 70 degrees out here. I got a little jacket on, but it's gonna get cold in the next few days. It's gonna get cold before the New Year's celebrations and all that. So it's gonna be nice. Where I'm from, it's cold. I'm from New York, and it's usually all my life. I grew up with cold winters. Once I moved to the South, it blew my mind. It's a whole different reality. It's like a never-ending summer. Like the winters here are like the summers, and well, to an extent, like the summers in the Bronx. You know, I grew up between the Bronx and the Catskills, so I had a little balance. I was able to get out of the city as a kid, and you know, and going back there as I grew, and uh, yeah, it was pretty fun. It was good. It was a good experience growing up. But now as an old man, I'm out here, and it's pretty nice too. The only fucked up part really is when, oh shit, you in Michigan? Yo, what's up, Chris? Christine? You got snow and ice. Michigan, Michigan. I wanted to go to Michigan once, I think. We were actually gonna go. Um, I don't know what the fuck. I think everybody got drunk, and we just didn't go. um, but yeah, I do miss that snow and the ice. I don't miss that like 20-degree wind chill. I remember when I would go to school and my hair would freeze and my eyes would freeze, but I had to have my hair all prettied up, you know what I mean? Like I was one of them type of dudes. Um, my eyes would freeze. I remember like they would be like, oh my gosh, my ears would hurt. My nose felt like it was gonna friggin' my ears and my nose. That was like the word. You need to like. Well, I needed ear muffs back then because I wasn't messing up my hair. Fucking moron. But I'll tell you what, it makes you rugged, right? Like you don't really feel the cold after that. No, shit's not really that cold. Some people say the wildest things. No, no, no. I agree. I mean, look, even I'm the upstate, like well, up north, summers are incredible. You know, especially outside of the cities. If you're able to, like I was able to go to the Catskill Mountains, and it's a different type of environment. You don't have all these bricks around you. You don't have all this people, all this smog, all this New York City shit. You got the country. Uh, you get like these nice thunderstorms, and everything just smells so fresh. So what's up, Erica?
Oh, hey, Erica. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Christian, nah, you know, I'm not really like that. I'm more of like a homebody man, like a studious type person. I don't really. Put it like this: I had too much fun growing up. You know what I mean? That none of that shit attracts me anymore. Like I'm not. I'm a boring mofo. And that's why I think that this YouTube thing was actually a very interesting concept for me to try out, especially since I want to get back into my paranormal stuff. I always found that really interesting. But like I mentioned before, like I'm starting to see a different reality of it, different aspects, and it's intriguing me more. I did catch some serious stuff. Nothing's been. I try not to edit anything, but sometimes you have to edit. You know, yeah, yeah. The channel's called Paranormal Conduct. So, I was out there trying to find, I was doing like, I call them interviews. Uh, so I'll go out and I'll try to do an interview. You don't need all this fancy, gimmicky crap. You just need to have sincerity and humbleness and a good vibe. Like, if your vibe is off, you're not going to really, you're going to get some negative shit. And that negative shit are hitchhikers to me, in my opinion. They can make you sick. They can scare the shit out of you. You know, Nah, I wouldn't say I was like a Ghostbuster. The movies were funny, like the first two, and then like none of the new ones. I'm not even into movies. I don't give a crap about movies. People, 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 people. A lot of people are strange, and you got to remember that we're energy, right? So that energy can be residual, or it could carry over into a different dimensional type thing. Yo, you know what? I heard that about the '70s. That's a little bit before my time, but I heard that in the '70s, it was normal for people to hitchhike, especially like in the early to mid '70s, maybe. Like it was just a common. It was. I guess that's how the internet was. Like you're able to pass information along, that you otherwise wouldn't be privy to know. You would meet a lot of different people, right? Have chats, get dropped off. It's like visiting different websites in a sense. You see how history repeats itself just in different ways? But I wish that I did live in that time. It would have been really interesting because I do like people. Ah, I do like people. I like being around people. But just like the whatever it was that I've encountered during, my interview sessions, you get good people, you get bad people, you get good negative, you get good entities and negative entities, and then you get the roamers. The roamers are the worst. The roamers are those hitchhikers. The roamers, I compare them to like street people, like a drug addict or like just somebody up to no good. Those are the roamers. Those are the hitchhikers. Those motherfuckers will tag on to you, to your energy, and it'll mess with you because you gotta understand the we can only see about 80%, right, of the matter. I mean, sorry, we can only see about 20% of the matter. About 80%, give or take, is dark matter. You can't see that shit. Doesn't mean it's not there. It's just not visible. I think I mentioned this before. Like certain colors you can't see beyond the human spectrum, the color spectrum. The same thing with sound. So beyond certain decibels, you can't hear it anymore. Doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, animals pick up on this, right? If we could see all the energy that's around us, we'd be blinded. Be blinded by the light. You know what I mean? there wouldn't be. There wouldn't be. You'd have to adapt to that. You'd have to turn into that energy in order for you to be a part of it. That does not mean that we can't cross through dimensions using that idea via light or via vibration like sound. That's why they say prayer works, because you're able to pass that dimensional field, right? The prayer works, vibrations work, names work. If you name a child a good wholesome name, that child is going to excel. If you name your child something like Mafungo, you're just setting this kid up to fail. People got to realize that too. I used to take in a lot of applications and I would see people that were so qualified. And their applications, a lot of them would be dismissed. And it wasn't even my reasoning behind it. It was upper management. I would be like, look, these are the guys that I want working with me, for me, because I've always wanted to work as a team. But they'd be like, you don't want this person or that person. You don't want Juan. You don't want Juan Diego working with you. You know, you want Johnny. You don't want Ramika working with you. You want Kimberly. So this is what I mean. It's a fucked up society we live in. People do suck. Somebody I think mentioned that. But it's it's not it's sad, It's a sad reality. A lot of people disappear, but you know what? People are still disappearing. People are still disappearing. I think about approximately 1 million people go missing every year. You know, and it could be human trafficking. It could be natural, like somebody falling down a ravine. It could be fucking animals attacking them and eating them, and it could be something else. You know what I'm saying? The shit that they're trying to hide us from understanding. It could be government experiments. It could be a lot of shit. But 1 million people going missing a year is staggering. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Long drives is cool. And when you talk, you know what I mean? When you say hello. But I'm not on a long drive, I'm just it's a long drive here because it's so fucking crowded. I'm constantly in traffic, but I'm only going like 2 or 3 miles. It takes me like fucking 40 minutes. Bro got that drip. Oh, you can see that platinum? See, I'm not afraid to admit where my limits are at. But still, going back to that, how hundreds of million, oh, well, hundreds of thousands, possibly a million people go missing every year. Is remember when I was little, all right? I was like an early '90s kid, late '80s, early '90s. That's when I kind of, was growing up, was starting to realize shit. Not really growing up. I was still in the single digits, but there used to be a thing where they put they super zesty monster. The hell does that mean? You spitting some lyrics at me? Word up. The hell was I saying? Yo, that was a good Jedi mind trick, man. You just fucked up my whole mind flow. Trying to read that little tongue twister you gave me there. Um he fucked up my brain. I scrambled that shit. Um but yeah, yeah, yeah. I appreciate you guys coming along. I hope that you guys do sub. You know what I mean? Get to know, who I am. Check out my channel. You know what I mean? Check out those videos. You might think I'm a loony kazoonie, but in reality I'm not. I'm just I'm just like you. A curious person, and I want to know what's really up, what's really out there, and then what's really down. As above, so below, homie. You know, as within, so without. From within, put out that positivity. Outside will be positive. Come on, people, work. But yeah, the '70s, the '60s, then the '80s. The '80s, I think, had that thing called Satanic Panic, right? The Satanic Panic of the '80s. Was it the '70s? The '80s, something like this. And they were blaming it like on shit like Dungeons and Dragons. All right, you know, people love to, copycat. You know, and maybe there's the reason why I don't stream a lot because I don't want to be like everyone else. I have my own foot, my own feet, right, that I'm putting on a gas pedal right now, and the brake that's propelling me forward. I don't want nobody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I don't want to bite this style. No, I'm not this person. You know. But when there's only one way to do something, you got to do it, right? I'm not saying because these motherfuckers take showers and I'm not gonna take a shower. Yeah, I get my point. Yeah, I get my point. I'm gonna stop in a minute here, and I'm gonna see if you have. Look, my dude's got the plumber's ass. Well, I'm gonna ask if you have any questions. You know what I mean? Maybe I could answer real quick, but then I got to run. Shit, where's my other phone at? Um, yeah, got so many fucking phones. All right, so look, the floor is open. Take some questions. Yeah, if you got any questions, uh, I'm still here for like a couple minutes, and then I'm out of here. Oh wow, forgot about this. I got a discussion going on now about the paranormal and cults, like cults, maybe satanic cults, uh, people disappearing. Uh, some viruses viruses have no vaccinations. These have no vaccinations. You cannot vaccinate virus.